Because one thing about me, I have standards. I have boundaries. The first time, the first mistake, the first slip up, I might let it slide. The second time, I'm gonna let you know what time it is. The third time, I'm a dip. I'm leaving. Because if you ain't listened to me the first time or the second time, you really don't see my worth and don't see my value. So why am I gonna waste my time continuing talking to you? Hello everyone, my name is KendraChideya and welcome back to my channel. Here on this channel, I basically talk about whatever I want, whatever I feel called to talk about, wherever I feel like the world needs to hear, my opinions, my thoughts, the wisdom that I have. I feel like I have a lot to say. I feel like I'm meant to express it. I'm meant to share it. And I feel like someone here on this planet needs to hear that. So I record it and I edit it and then I post it on here on this channel. So if you love seeing my beautiful face and hearing my beautiful voice and you're drawn to me because of course you are, why wouldn't you be, then I highly recommend that you subscribe to my channel right now, like the video, share this video with anyone and everyone because everybody needs to hear it. Everyone deserves to hear what I say in this video. So make sure you share it. Make sure you comment down below your thoughts, your opinions, any questions that you may have. And also check out the description down below. You can find out my other social platforms. I go live on TikTok. I also do spiritual readings and tarot readings, so you guys should check that out as well. And thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful to have all of you. I've been gaining some new subscribers, especially from my last video, so I'm very grateful, and I feel very blessed, and I'm so excited to see my community grow more and more and meeting more people and connecting with more people and sharing more wisdom and intellect with people. So I'm so grateful to have you all. I'm so grateful that you're watching this video and you're sharing it and you're liking and subscribing. The support and love means so much, and I feel it and I receive it and I accept it and I appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Woo! You know what? I love being intimidating. Me, this chick, I love it. I'd rather be intimidating than be a people pleaser and be super nice and you walk all over me and take advantage of my kindness and my heart. I'd rather you be intimidated by me and respect me and value me than try to undermine me and walk all over me like I'm a doormat. Now, the fact that I'm saying that I love being intimidating, that is not something that you normally hear in this society. In this society, we are taught to be nice. We are taught to be kind. We are taught that intimidation makes you the B word or it makes you an a-hole. That is what we are taught in society. Intimidation is a bad thing. But I'm recording this video to let you know that intimidation is what you make it. Intimidation doesn't necessarily mean that you're mean. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are a bad person or that you're unlikable. It just means that you have standards. And so I want to make this video today to let you know that intimidation is a superpower. Intimidation is whatever you make it. If people are intimidated by you, see that as a sign that you're on the right path. See that as a sign that you have high value. See that as a sign that you have high self-worth. Because if people aren't intimidated by you, if people aren't hating on you, you ain't doing something right, Bookie Bear. You know that famous quote Cat Williams said, if you ain't got no haters, go get some. Well, this is what I say. If you ain't got people intimidated by you, go get some. If you ain't got someone intimidated by your self-worth, by your self-confidence, go get some. Because intimidation is your superpower. And growing up, I was very shy. I was very introverted. If you meet me now, you would find that hard to believe because I'm a lot more open and bubbly and social. But growing up, I was very introverted. I was very shy. I didn't like talking to people. And the reason why I kept myself so closed off was because people were easily intimidated by me. Whenever I would speak, people got really quiet. And so I took that as, oh, people are judging me. They're judging what I had to say because I wasn't thinking like other kids. I wasn't doing things like other kids. All the kids wanted to, you know, do crazy, weird stuff. And I wanted to read books and gain more knowledge and wisdom because I love learning, right? I was always years ahead of my actual age, years ahead of my age group. And that always made me different. That always made me weird. And therefore, people my age would be easily intimidated by me because I wasn't like everyone else. I had high self-respect. I had high self-worth. And so that made people intimidated by me. And for the longest time, I didn't like that. I didn't like being intimidating. I didn't like coming across as mean or unapproachable. I wanted to be warm. I wanted people to like me. I wanted to be charismatic and be a people person and attract all these people into my life. I wanted to be a popular kid. I just did not like being intimidating. I didn't like it. And so I would become very, very shy because I thought that would make me more approachable. I thought people would find me more kind and more sweet, and they want to talk to me more and express themselves with me more because I was more approachable that way. And that's how I grew up, and that's why I was shy most of my life. But now I'm like, these past couple years, I'm like, I don't care. I do not care if I come off intimidating. If my light shines too bright and intimidates you, that says more about you than it does to me. Because if you embrace your light and you embrace your self-worth, you would not be intimidated by me. People who have high self-worth, high self-confidence, high self-value are not intimidated by me. But you know who is intimidated by me? Insecure people, people who don't know their worth, people who do not have standards, people who do not have boundaries. Those people are intimidated by me. But you know what? Even though they are intimidated by me, you know one thing? They respect me though. They may not necessarily like me because I stand on business and I know my worth and I have standards, but you know what they do have? They have respect. I don't care if you don't like me, but you're going to respect me. That's why I say intimidation is a superpower, because intimidation gets people to respect you. Intimidation gets people to see your worth, to see your value, to put you on a pedestal, to see you the way that you see yourself. Intimidation doesn't have to be this negative thing. It doesn't have to have this negative connotation that society always says. That's not how intimidation has to be defined for you. If you want to define it that way, that's fine. Then continue doing that and keep making yourself small and see how far that gets you in your life. But me, I'm all about changing the narrative to work in my favor. When someone says, hey, Kendra, you're intimidating, thank you. Thank you so much. That now I know that you're not going to belittle me. You're not going to walk all over me. You're not going to make me feel less than, because you know that I have worth. I have a standard. And if that intimidates you, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. I remember seeing this clip. Naomi Campbell, she did an interview on Graham Norton show. And someone was like, oh, but you're so intimidating. And she was like, okay, but that's your problem. That's you. And then he was like, well, it's coming from you. And I'm like, but that's your own perception, honey. That is your perception of her. That doesn't necessarily mean that's who she is. That's your own perception. So if you perceive me as intimidating, maybe that's a sign that you need to reflect on, why do I find this person intimidating? What is it about me that I'm intimidated by this person? Because if you are easily intimidated or just intimidated in general, that means you have an insecurity that you need to work on. Because if you really loved yourself and valued yourself the way that I do and the way that many people do, you would not be intimidated by people. If anything, you would be drawn to those type of people. You would be drawn to people who are confident, who love themselves, who put themselves on a high standard. Because confident people want to be around confident people. We don't want to be around insecure people. Insecure people are just going to push us down. We want to be with people who are on the same level as us so that we can stay on that level and push each other higher and higher and higher. So I would very much say I am pro intimidation. Again, I'd rather be intimidated and you respect me than not be intimidating and you walk all over me. Because any person I've ever met who people are like, oh, they are intimidating, those people have high value. Those people have high self-worth. Those people have standards. And that's something that our society extremely lacks. And so when you meet someone who is on that level, yes, you're going to find that person intimidating because you're not on that level. But if you were on that level, you wouldn't find that person intimidating. You would see them as your equal. I'm not easily intimidated. Do people find me intimidating? Yes. But most people don't. And you know why? Because I attract like-minded people. I don't attract people with insecurities and small minds. And if I do, you got to go, right? Because one thing about me, I have standards. I have boundaries. The first mistake, the first slip up, I might let it slide. The second time, I'm going to let you know what time it is. Third time, I'm a dip. I'm leaving. Because if you ain't listened to me the first time or the second time, you really don't see my worth and don't see my value. So why am I going to waste my time continue talking to you? And I think that's another reason why people find me intimidating, because they know that I have a standard. They know I'm not going to tolerate BS. They know that I'm not going to tolerate mess. They know they can't get away with certain things with me like they can with other people. So therefore, they're going to be intimidated by me because they know that they're going to have to put in the proper work and the proper protocol and the proper action to be in my life. And if they can't uphold to that standard, you can go. Because my light shines bright and not everybody deserves access to that. Your light shines bright. Not everybody deserves access to that. So that's why I say you define intimidation for you and let intimidation be your superpower. As a Black woman in America, one of the biggest words we are constantly called is intimidating. We are called intimidating because we stand on business. And no means no, okay? Most Black women, we know how to set standards. We know how to speak up for ourselves. We know how to stand up for ourselves. And people will call that intimidating left and right as if it's a negative thing. And you know what I say? I love being intimidating. I embrace being intimidating because to me, I define intimidation as self-worth. I define intimidation as self-respect. I define intimidation as knowing my worth. When Beyonce walks into the room, yeah, she's going to be intimidating because she holds herself in a high regard. When Rihanna walks into the room, yeah, she's going to be intimidating. I've met people who say she's intimidating. It's because she holds herself in a high regard. But do you think any of those women care if they come off intimidating? No, because at the end of the day, they still got plenty of money in their bank account. They still got a beautiful family to go home to, and they still have millions of people that love and adore them and cherish them. You think they care about a few little insecure people that are intimidated by them? You think they care? Do you think I care? Because I don't. So when they send me a hate comment, when they say, oh, you're so intimidating, but baby, you're just boosting me in the algorithm, babe. That's all you're doing. Oh, you want to unsubscribe? Okay, girl, I have plenty of other people that are subscribed to me. And just because I lose one doesn't mean I'm not going to gain 10 more later on. You see what I'm saying? Define intimidation for you. Let intimidation be a superpower because intimidation is a superpower. I'm tired of people using words and associating them with a negative connotation. You define words for yourself because it's your life. So if someone's like, oh, you're mean, but you know in your heart of hearts you aren't mean, embrace it. Be like, yeah, I mean, I'm Regina George. And Regina George is an icon, babe. She's an icon. Everybody loves Regina George, and she's the ultimate mean girl. But we all love Regina George. We all love her. Oh, you're so sassy. So is Maddie from Euphoria, but everybody loves her. Embrace it. You define those words for yourself. Oh, you're very blunt. You're very honest. Yes, I am. I am, and I appreciate it, and I value it, and that's who I am. Because for the longest time, I held my truth. I held my honesty for so long to make other people comfortable. And now I am so confident enough that I'm not going to sit here and close my mouth and close out my truth to make you feel comfortable. I'm going to speak my truth because that's who I am. And if you don't like that, bye. You're not hurting my feelings. You're just making room for somebody even better. So that's all I want to say for today's video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope I spoke a lot of truth into you. I hope that those of you who feel like, I don't like being intimidating. I don't like coming off being intimidating. I want people to like me. I hope by the end of this video, your whole perspective on the word of intimidation or words that are similar to it that have those negative connotations, I hope you're able to use those words and shift it. Bratz, for example, is a doll brand. Brat is a negative connotation. You know what the Bratz brand did? They said, oh, this has a negative connotation. We're going to spin it around. And now everybody wants to be a brat. Everybody wants to be a brat. Charlie XCX's last album was called Brat. You define the word for you, Bookie. Don't let society define it for you. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope I spoke to your soul, gave you some reassurance, helped boost your confidence, and inspire you to keep pushing forward and to define your life for yourself and stop letting other people define it for you. I love you all so much. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Check out my other social platforms. The link is in the description. Share this video with any and everybody and comment down below. What word are you going to define for yourself and not let the society define it for you? I love you all and thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Mwah. Deuces.